Okay, hello. We are in and we are ready to go. Level 41, very nice. And welcome in, Blau and Gargnov. Hope you two are doing well. And, well, for anyone else in here also, welcome. Um, so, I believe that we still need to farm some runes. Um, I cannot remember exactly what we need. So what I'll do right now is actually, I believe it was insight. Correct me if I'm wrong, Blau, if you're here. But I believe so. And it's for pole arms, yes. So yes, insight for the mercenary, spirit for me, yes. Um, wow, the wiki is a bit interesting. Okay, and then spirit rune word. Let's see. So, talful, ort, and arm. Okay. So this one. This one. Okay. Then ort. This one. And arm I don't think I have. Yes. Okay. So let's add these here. And then the other one, insight, is Ral. Here. Then tier. Here. And Tal. And then soul, which I don't have. Okay. So I'm missing one rune word for each of them. That is cool. Or not rune word, but rune. Good. So what I do wanna look at is, can I even get the soul and from the countess? And where is it? So soul is an upgrade from and is from full. Okay, and I believe that I had the full. Yeah, so it's these two here that I'm missing. That should mean that I'm capable of getting those, because I'm getting dull and shale. So at least that's an assumption that I'm making. I'm not sure though. Mm. Yes. It does mention the countess on nightmare difficulty for one of them at least. Let's see, soul. Yeah. It should also be capable of dropping soul. Okay. Good. Let's do more countess runs then. Even though we don't have we don't have the items yet that we will need. But I still think it's good to farm these runes beforehand, I guess. Oh. I've been playing a bit of Path of Exile off stream, so I'm a bit rusty. I'm using a few keybinds that I'm using in Path of Exile for this now, but yeah. Okay. I'm gonna not seeing the tower so far. Okay, this is a zone transition, so we're not going this way. We actually need some potions, so I should do that. Super mana and super health. Well, how are you guys doing? Doing well? How was the farming session yesterday, Blau? Busy day, new furniture, yes. That happens sometimes. Okay. I have to register it. It was good, we did all of Nightmare in one night. Stayed up super late with 2 friends. Nice. That sounds fun. What are you going for? What are your characters and what are the goals? What is this? Cube control plus E. Okay, that's strange. Oh, no celebration at all. I'm not the celebratory guy. I did thank people in the Discord, but that's kind of it. Then I just relaxed. Got a word back from the place that I applied to for work, that they will be looking at it, but simply just confirmation that they received it. But other than that, just relaxed a bit, calmed down my mind, and yeah, I just rested. Played a bit of Path of Exile also. It is my favorite game after all. It was busy, yes, but busy in a good way, and not in a like exhausting way, I would say. Typically, I'm quite exhausted after streams, but yesterday wasn't too bad. You're playing as Seal Paladin. One of our friends is bouncing between characters as we go, kind of. The other is getting back into Diablo 2, so they're just getting up into hell with their first character, and they're playing a lightning spear Amazon. Yes, nice. I've been thinking of trying an Amazon at some point. It sounds fun. Okay. And how are melee characters in this game? Because I can imagine they're not particularly easy to play. I'm struggling a lot with moving around. I'm guessing the paladin is slightly melee, right? Wait, is this where I came from? No. This was a weird way out. Melee is typically a bit more gear dependent. Seal Paladin is melee, not all builds are. Yeah, okay. cool. Also, weather has slowed down today, which is very nice. A lot more manageable these days, or especially today. And it will keep going down a little bit now. Spear Jefferson is widely regarded as one of the best builds in D2. Yes. Maybe I should change the Ice Blast into Blizzard on my right click, because I don't think there's a reason really to use Ice Blast anymore. Also, I don't know how far I'll go in Diablo 2. I mean, right now, of course, I'm enjoying it, right? And I will definitely, at the very least, play through all the difficulties. That I'm quite certain of. But after that, I'll kind of see how I feel, what I want to do, and so on. Because, yeah, I mean, I also want to play some other games on stream that I'm very excited about. The same goes with Satisfactory as well. When I have a plan of completing all Steve achievements in Satisfactory, that's when I can feel satisfied about it. And for Diablo 2, I haven't really decided where I will leave it off. I think I will definitely do some endgame farming, and maybe I'll try out another class as well. But I'm not fully certain. There's a chance that I play more offline and then maybe like level an Amazon off stream and then do some farming on stream. Because as mentioned, I do get a lot of exhaustion from streaming as well, because it is like constant talking and so on. So I cannot really stream 24/7. That would be a little too much for me, at least with my current experience. 1 to 18k single target stab damage. 1 to 8k AoE chain lightning pokes. Very nice. Yeah, sounds good, Blau. Yes. We can definitely try to put something together. So yeah. But I do, of course, feel kind of bad doing things off stream, right? But yeah, I mean, I don't think I can mentally stream all the time, at least. So I will have to see how I get that done and how I do that. But this is my very first experience, so what I do with this character is, like, I don't play at all off stream, and I progress everything on the stream. At least in the campaign. Then I can consider, when the campaign is done, what I will do with this character here. If I'll do some off-stream farming or whatnot. But otherwise, yeah, I don't fully know. I'll just take it a bit at a time. Right now I'm still in the beginning of Nightmare, so there is a lot of progress to be made before anything like that is the case. So I have some time to think about what I'll do exactly. But definitely all of the progress of the character will be streamed up until the end of the full campaign in all difficulties. That much I know. That I'm dedicated to. And can promise. Okay. So, are you playing now, Blau? Maybe you need a bit of rest. Not enough mana. I definitely still need some mana recovery somehow. That much is for certain. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. That was a dangerous room. Out of nowhere. It's the star skin that's doing a lot of damage here.
I need mana.
Wow. Also very, very tanky. Okay, good. Got the eagle orb. Just watching. No one's around since it's 3 AM. I normally play in a party. Unless trading or doing some repetitive boss kills. I see. I see. Yes? The eagle orb. That could be interesting. We could use something better than this because kind of the only thing that it does for us is the +1 to cold skills. If we get +1 to cold skills and a lot of other useful things on this one, we could definitely think about changing it out. I mean, even if it gives +2 blizzard, I will likely be using that instead. It's definitely easy to replace the weapon that we have. If I'm lucky with the skill rolls. Those bats I was trying to blizzard for some reason. Are you at least capable of doing getting some good sleep these days, Blau? Even if it gets late. You stay up late. I also need to actually get some potions back on my belt. Yes, we did save a crystal sword also that we could potentially use in Act 5 to put sockets on. Hopefully that won't be necessary. Hopefully we'll find one before that time, but at least we have it.
I need mana.
Yellow crossbow. Okay, we should grab some mana potions also, or just one. Still need to fill up on healing potions. Also, it would be nice to have some better jewelry, especially in the ring and amulet department.
I need mana.
Okay, we still have a good amount of portal scrolls. Good. Yes. Oh, I was a bit confused by this layout. And Dario farming. Let's grab some more potion. So, what are you looking for from Andariel? Do certain bosses drop specific items, or can every item drop everywhere in the world? Faster cast rate, but it doesn't really matter that much here. It's not a good one.
Good day.
At least I don't think it is. It's also ethereal, so it will just get destroyed over time. Most things can drop from anyone. Okay, nice. 10k runs and you'll have a pair. Oh god. Yes. Dexterity. This one, magic arrow, is interesting. Yes, so what do we have in terms of runes? So we could make one am rune with our free falls, but I think we'll just continue farming for now. And then when we have enough of all the things that we need, then we can consider doing something like that. Because we might just have it drop naturally either way. And then it'll feel a bit wasteful. There's a road here. Or is there? Just down here. So, if most things can drop from anyone, then what is the point of farming specific bosses, let's say? I mean, sure, the countess is useful for runes, I guess. But other than that, the countess is also not really a boss. The drop rates vary, yes. So, I'm guessing that bosses have significantly more rarity, let's say. Oh, the mercenary is dead, and it's probably because of you. Are you immune? No, I was just getting unlucky. So long as things fit into an area's item range, drop level range. I'm not sure how to put it. Yeah, I think I get it. Okay, I think I should get back and get my mercenary back to me. Yes. So that means that Nightmare and Dariel is actually more likely to drop something, or compared to hell, if I'm understanding those numbers correctly. And that's because that item in particular has a lower level requirement. Is that correctly understood?
Hello.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. I think we'll get max out Blizzard here. Yeah. Okay. That's our max Blizzard. Nice. We have 52 stat points. I think I'm gonna invest quite a lot of those into energy. Let's get our base to 115. And then I also want some vitality. Let's get you up to 75 is fine. Strength, I want the base to be just rounded. So let's put you at 60. Then we have 20 left over that we can put somewhere. But I'm struggling on life a little bit. I'm getting hit hard and my mana is also not keeping up well. My resists are still good. They're close to the cap. Even after the difficulty penalty, which is nice. Insight will cure the mana issue instantly. So, the mercenary will provide mana to me, or what? I mean, in any case, I'll have at least 2 respecs at this point, so if I do something, mismanage my stat allocations, then I can easily redo them twice. Insight provides an aura that gives huge mana regen. Nice. That definitely sounds very useful. And then, like, I can also fix my issues with having 3 skill points assigned to Ice Bolt and 12 to Ice Blast, because I'm not really using them. So but at this point I'm doing fine without having maximized that part. Do they synergize? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. Frozen armor receives bonuses from... Oh, interesting. I didn't know. Aha. I see. So I can put points into Ice Bolt and Ice Blast to give Blizzard even more damage. Okay, I didn't know that was a thing. And I could do a similar thing with Shiver Armor, I guess. Okay. Plus 5% cold damage per level is not, like, amazing. It doesn't seem amazing, at least. But still. Once you hit hell, you will need 2 synergy types for damage. Okay. Well, I will also need to figure out how to deal with cold immunity. 5% times 60 is 260%. Yeah. What seems good about it is that it just increases the damage also. There isn't like a mana penalty from it, it appears. So that's nice. Okay. That's interesting. It gives a little more depth to the skill system at least, also, which I like. That's the purpose of 2 energy types immunities. Yeah. So right now I'm pretty much only capable of doing cold damage. I mean, I have blaze, but it's, yeah, up to 50 fire damage per second. It's not really that great. Also different skills, such as ones with duration or different types of effects, receive different bonuses from different synergies, not just damage. Yes, I noticed that with Shiver Armor, for example. It's plus 10 seconds from Frozen Armor and Chilling Armor. And is these percentages, are they multiplicative or are they additive? I'm guessing they're simply additive, at least each synergy from an individual thing. But maybe them combined is multiplicative, yeah, or compounding. So that means that I get plus 5% and then the next upgrade will, or the next synergy upgrade will give me plus 5% on top of that bonus. Yeah. And then so on and so forth. So it will not be plus 5%, then plus 10%. It will be that plus 5%. And then with all of that included, the final calculation, then on top of that, I will get plus 5%. It's probably easy to find out online how it works. That's also why all skills is huge. Yeah. Oh yes, that's true actually. So that means that this one is significantly better than I first thought. Because not only does it give me plus 1 level to Blizzard, but it also gives me plus 15% damage on top of that. Or maybe even more if it's all compounding, right? Then maybe up to 20%. So, yeah. And I guess it also gives more time to this one. I don't care so much about the damage that Shiver Armor does, but I care more about the duration of it. Yes. Okay, interesting. Oh, that's a crystal sword with 1 socket. Yeah, not that good. I get excited to just get disappointed. You touched it, go get some hand sanitizer, yes. Deserves to go to the trash. To be flushed. Is that a gem. It was a flawless gem even. If I was allowed to pick it up. I'm not seeing a lot of good drops in this game. It's very difficult to find what you're looking for. So, I guess I can use here. A horned helm we don't care about. Anything good, so there must be some kind of rare enemy in here. These guys got some buff, probably from in there. Let's see, we need a healing potion at the very. What is a bill? It is a pole arm. Okay, that's good to know. There are lots of okay options, very rare good options, and sometimes vanishingly rare ideal options. Yeah. And it doesn't seem like it's just something that you can easily craft or get either. You kind of have to rely on luck. Okay, so you're immune to cold. Oh, and you killed my mercenary now.
I need mana.
So maybe I should. Okay, they're attacking, I can hear it, but they're not capable of hitting me, which is good. So Blaze probably doesn't do much here. No, it's not even hitting. Okay. So yeah, I should get back to town. You I can get. Okay, let's get back. Trading is a part of the game for a reason, yes. So that you can convert any ideal option you find into one for your class or liquid currency in the form of high runes, yes. I don't like that I have to rely so much on the mercenary for damage to immune enemies, but I don't really think I have a choice. Oh god, you hit hard. Please, mercenary, get there. Let me teleport. No, you got it. Oh, that's just a regular enemy though. Let's get here. Please deal with it. Nice. Have to be careful of my health, but I'll storm forward. Now I don't have to be careful anymore. Good. Sometimes he's what you've got when it's an immune. That'll stay true in hell when certain enemies have like 2 to 3 immunities. What? Oh god. There are multiple immunities on one enemy? That sounds terrible to have to deal with. Getting good experience from doing this also. Like more than half a level per run, I think. Which is surprisingly good. Because I feel like at this point I'm significantly over leveled. Maybe that's not the case, but it feels that way. Because I've been running and farming so much. It's up That was a lucky layout. Survive. Nice, that's one of the rooms that we needed. Perfect. So, then we just need one more, and then we're kind of done farming the counters for now, I think. Some areas are not built for certain classes without a party. For example, I farmed the tombs at the end of Act 3. The bugs are immune to lightning. I deal only lightning damage as my paladin, and magic damage is an AoE to only demons and undead. The bugs are neither. If they spawn with physical immunity, I need to just call it a day if I'm solo. Yeah. That's crazy.
Good evening.
I kind of don't like that design. At least to me it doesn't sound very nice to have to just not do something because your class would be incapable. I'm the kind of person who feels like every class should kind of be capable of things. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just kind of, in a way, forces you to be more balanced in your approach rather than focusing purely on one thing that your class will be particularly good at. Yes, I did talk to God Mode about it, actually, Sunder Charms. But it's an insane resistance penalty for them. Which will be probably quite difficult to offset, especially considering the massive difficulty penalty that you receive. Watching and learning, yes, indeed. That's what we're here for. Will you be playing Diablo 2, Garden Elf? Probably not. You like learning the strategy? Yes. Yeah, I don't also think it's for everyone. It also feels like Garden Elf, you're more of a person who appreciates watching and seeing other people's experience over like playing it yourself to some extent, which I also find cool because I've always done the same as well. You watch Age of Empire 2 games. Keep up with the esports scene. I haven't played in years. Yeah, exactly. I really don't like Counter-Strike, but I do enjoy following the esports scene a little bit. I don't know what it is about it. I'm definitely not a competitive player in any way. I've never cared so much about competition, but I do like watching competition as long as that competition is fair. Fairness means a lot to me also, so that is one thing. And so I could never compete, at least not like realistically. Um, but I do care about the competition aspect, and if something is unfair, if some kind of sport is unfair, that upsets me a lot because I don't think that's in the spirit of competition, right? Uh, Both unfair and exploitation, that kind of stuff I don't like. But other than that, yeah, it's very fun. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of someone who's into sports to some extent. Um, I've also gotten an interest in Formula One, which my dad was very into, and then when he passed away, I decided, well, let me just give it a watch and see why it mattered so much to him. And now I started enjoying that. It's fun. Mm. Can sports be unfair with a set rule set everyone needs to abide by? I would say it's hard to say if something is truly unfair or not when there are rules to offset and penalize for uncompetitive behavior or things that would create unfair advantages. But I do think that the whole strategy of trying to find loopholes and trying to find ways around that kind of stuff is not fair in itself. There's a reason why in football or soccer, as you might know it, that red cards exist, right? And of course that's to penalize people for playing unfair, sure. But I do think that people who go out of their way to then risk a red card is kind of unfair and unsportsman in itself. Um, and so it's like, sure, these rules exist to combat that, but still, uh, yeah. And then you have people flopping and all of that stuff, and yeah, exactly. And that's just not fun. It's not nice. I understand that, of course, as a player, you also want to win, both for your own gain and for the nation or club that you're playing for, both financially and career-wise. That's, you kind of get pushed into having to find every way possible to win, and that also makes you get pushed into trying to get around the rules a little bit or bend them to your own gain. And of course I completely understand that. I think everyone to some extent would be doing that because it is beneficial for them to try to do everything they can to win. Sometimes it just doesn't create as interesting of a watching experience, right? It's and it creates a kind of ill will towards especially certain players and all of that, certain athletes. So, and yes, I do watch F1 often. I kind of try to follow along what's happening. Check the helmet. Oh yes, right, I could use a new helmet. It's just a one socket, sadly. Yeah, I never shared it. Yeah, I mean, it's not something big in my life. It's not where I'm like, oh yes, I'm so excited, I want to see how well this F1 driver does, or that F1 driver does, or what happens, like rubbing my hands and listening to everything everyone has to say and so on. But I do like watching the races, and then also just some highlights, and that's kind of the extent of it. So, like qualifying highlights. Mm. So I'm not like a, let's say, a mega fan. I'm not thinking, oh wow, this technology on this car is so cool. I wonder, or I heard that, oh, they're making changes for the cars, and that's gonna make such a big difference in the next race and so on. But I I like following the driving. I like seeing the race actually happen, and I like seeing how it pans out. Though I don't like how things are so dependent on money, and that everyone has such a different car to each other. Um, well, I watch when there is a race, so that's like every week or so. Every week to 3 weeks, I think, typically. It is. Yeah, it's true. It is part of the sport. I just wish there was kind of more equal competition between the cars, because you always see the same cars in front. You never really um, see big things happening, um, super unique things, right?
Greetings.
And that to me is a little bit boring in itself. But yeah, I do understand that it's part of the sport. It just, to me, I like focusing more on the individuals rather than the amount of money that they can put into developing the car. I haven't tried watching fencing, no. So, like my whole thing about sports in general is that. Also, by the way, we have 1.5 minutes until a 3-minute ad break. Sorry for anyone who just came in. I can see that our viewer count just jumped a little bit. I wish I had the option to not run ads, but I don't really. So, you wish fencing was more historical. I like blades that they use are so awful. Yeah. So yeah, for me, sports, I really like focusing on the individuals and the talent of the individuals rather than the teams or the money or anything else. That's that's really what matters to me, and I really like underdog stories. I really like when someone does something super unlikely and very special who you never um, could have expected to be there at the top, or doing something in particular that is completely outside of what you expected. I think that's very fun. For example, in F1, there is actually a Danish guy who had possibly the most impressive debut of all time in F1, at least very, very close to. Um, he got signed to, I think, not a particularly good team at the time, but he finished number 2 in the race on his debut, very first race, and he never got anywhere close to that ever again since that debut, which is kind of interesting, and it makes you wonder how it got like that, how it happened. But yeah, I mean, stuff like that is really, really fun for me to hear about and see. And I really root for the young people. Uh, beginner's luck, yeah. Um, I really like young people in sports and seeing how they develop and get better. That's where I have I have the most attention. And of course, I'm a bit nationalistic, patriotic, you could say. And if there is some Danish person competing in a sport, I will of course hope that they do well. And I will be rooting mostly for them. But right now we don't have any Danish drivers, so but still I have certain people that I like to follow. For example, right now there are so many young people in F1, and I really like just focusing on them and watching how they do. It's very exciting for me to see a
I need
a
mana.
um, a young person at the top of the championship right now. Scythe. Is Scythe a polearm? I don't know where it was even. A wrist spike. It's the Italian driver, Kimi. And I think that's just very
I need
fun
mana.
to see someone who's
need
18 or
mana.
19 being on top. That is very cool and very unique. Not something that you see every day. And so I root for the young people. Oh, Blau, you do the same as I do sometimes, because the apostrophe is right next to enter. Let's see. We just have to be a little safer so that I can read. I'm kind of surprised there are no aerospace sports. Interesting. I haven't even considered that, to be honest. But yeah, it's true. Spaceship racing. Rocket ship racing. Airplane racing. It does sound quite dangerous though. Because if an accident happens, like, it's kind of certain that no one really walks away alive. But sports is something that I've kind of gotten more into in my adult life, and sports and following it. I also worked for a company that worked with creating a tool for analyzing football matches, which also made me have to at least research a little bit in football, in soccer, as you might call it, Blau. Abalist, what is that even? Or arbalist, it's a crossbow. Interesting. Oh wow, you just destroyed my mercenary? Apparently USA is doing well in FIFA. News to me, I've never even heard of our team. To be honest, I'm not even following it. I should have checked if this scythe was good
Good day.
before going back to town. It wasn't. Um, yeah, I actually I'm not following at all, and I haven't even heard anything about it, which is crazy. Um, and yeah, I don't even know why. Maybe because Denmark is not involved this time around.
Hello.
Maybe I'm just not as interested. I cannot say. But yeah, it's nice to see, to hear that the US is doing well. I mean, it's become a lot more engaged in soccer these days. Um, so and I think it's nice. I think it's good with additional competition. Yes, I did. I did hear a bit about that. Yes, that that there is a little bit of a European takeover because of football. You will eat lunch in the meantime. Yes. Is Poland qualified for the World Cup, Garden Elf? Sports makes you hungry. Yes. Makes you want to crack open a cold one and have nachos in your couch while leaning back and having the TV on max volume. Like a true sports fan. Also, by the way, something interesting, Garden Elf, is that Denmark used to have the best female tennis player in the world for a while, who has Polish roots also. And so, I don't know exactly how to pronounce her name, because I've heard different people pronouncing it different ways, but like something like Wasniaki or Wasniaski or something like that. A shale rune, maybe? Yeah, okay. I see.
Not in town.
Uh, I mean, I'm still... I don't think so. I think I would still be a little bit short on it. It is... let me write it in the chat. And I don't know if this is how you spell it. I'm not sure. This is from memory and a little bit of just guessing. That's how it's spelled. But I believe something like that, at least. That was the Danish tennis player. So, yeah. I don't think I have fully enough runes to craft it yet. Yeah, is that also a Wasniak? I see. Yes. Okay. But you can maybe clear this question up for me for once and for all. Do you... Yes, exactly. Um, do you pronounce the C before the K like an S? So it ends in ski? Or is it ki? Like you would do in English? You can finally clear that up for me, maybe. That would be nice. Because I've been a little bit curious about it since my friend mentioned that it's ski. Which I'm not fully certain would be the case. But I do also know that um, yeah, sure. You can try. I also know that in Cyrillic the C in the alphabet, even though it's not the same C, is pronounced like an S. Um, so maybe it could be somewhat the same in Polish. Latin nationalization, yes. The Cyrillic alphabet has been fun to learn, though. I like it. Vosniacka. Interesting. So it's not even ski, it's ska. That surprises me. Wow. Okay. How does the I turn into an A? Or is it a Y? I don't know. Um, maybe it's a Y at the end. Because I know that you have the football player Lewandowski, which ends on SKI, if I remember correctly. So why is that not Lewandowska? Or is it? Are we just pronouncing it wrong? Uh-huh. Okay. Yes, I see. But so it's the female form. But shouldn't, let's say, if it was yeah. But yeah, I know that's it works similarly in some other Eastern European countries also, where you have um, a different ending depending on your sex. Um, very interesting. So yeah, if someone had that last name and was female in Poland, then it would feel completely wrong to call them ski. Like, whatever ski that comes before ski. It would just feel wrong. It would be confusing, yeah. But it exists. Okay.
Good day.
Grammatically incorrect. Yeah.
Greetings.
Yeah, we kind of most places in the world kind of had that similar system, right? Including Denmark as well, where it would be it would mean son of whatever last name you have, um, and so yeah, but son or daughter of whatever last name that you had. Nowadays, everything is just son, and that's it pretty much here. So, for example, one of the most common names is Jensen, which means son of Jens. And that includes all of all of gender, all of sex, whatever you are. Doesn't matter. Even though it's a bit misogynistic to call everyone son of Jens. But at the same time, it's not really how last names work in Denmark anymore. Last names are more of an ancestry thing. So it's very likely that your name of Jensen comes from many, 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 many generations back. So you're not gonna be the son of Jens, you're not gonna be the daughter of Jens, but your great, great, great grandparents or something like that would have been the son of Jens back in the day. I'm really not sure. I don't know much about my ancestry, to be honest. So, but I think it kind of goes back to ancient times. I know that it's something that actually happens in Iceland still, to some extent. So your last name kind of depends on if you're a daughter or a son. And there it is either Christiansson or Christian Dottir. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but that's how it works. But the Icelandic language also is way more old school and has way more roots in the ancient times than modern Danish has. Um, yeah, it is quite cool. this? No. I'm not seeing a road here. I'm kind of zoning out a little bit with our conversation. I'm not keeping so much track of what's dropping and all of that. I should be a little more observant. But yeah, I mean it's fun to chat. It's part of the reason why I stream, right? I like it. And getting to know new things as well is always fun. Especially different, like, history and like cultural things I always found interesting. I've always been more interested in people from other places than where I grew up and where I live. Because I know Danes, I know Denmark, I know all of that, but I don't know Kosovo. I don't know. Like that's just interesting. I don't know much about Albania either. I don't know much about Mexico. All of these things, and this is an opportunity to hear from the source. Of course, I know that none of you are from Mexico or Albania or anything like that, but you know that Denmark and Kosovo is connected. Yeah? I didn't know that. Let's see. A Grand Scepter, I believe that's a paladin weapon. Humanities are always fun to learn about, in my opinion, but that's kind of my thing too. Yeah. Yeah, it's just very interesting, and you get a completely different view of the world, and you kind of get to understand other parts of the world also, and how other people live. And it's quite interesting. What I would say is that I'm not a big fan of politics. I like to focus more on the human aspects and less on like government things. Because I find people to be more important than politics and whatever else. And governments. That's the most intriguing to me. I don't know how familiar you are with Polish immigration laws, though we know here Denmark has a prison for non-Danish citizens in Kosovo. Okay. I have not heard about that. No. Denmark has a prison for non-Danish citizens in Kosovo. I'm not sure I understand that. Danish authorities sent non-Danish criminals who committed crimes in Denmark to that prison in Kosovo. I see. Well, it's weird to send them to some other unrelated country But I guess it's some kind of deal that Kosovo and Denmark have struck then. Because I would say, if anything, these people should not be sent to yet another different country from where they came from, but at the very least sent to the country where they came from. There is the soul, nice, and a level up. So I think at this point maybe Cold Mastery is more important than these synergies. What I could also consider is getting points into something else that deals damage somewhere. In a different school, different element. I think I'm just gonna focus on Cold Mastery for now though. Oh, it's 2 skill choices even. How do I have 2? Okay. Blizzard is top, so let's just put more Cold Mastery. It's new EU law, sending them to countries out of the EU. From how I understand things, Denmark prioritizes its own people, even if they are criminally responsible over immigrants. Makes sense. Double down on cold until you need 3 spec. Yeah. Talent points will just be dead weight until the tree is in a decent state. Yeah, I think also it seems to me, at least math-wise, I think I get more damage out of lowering enemies' cold resist by 5% per level here than increasing the damage by Blizzard by 5% per point. But I'm not sure if my math is mathing out correctly. But that's at least my thinking.
Yes.
Good day.
Let's see. Only against things that have more than +% cold res. But I follow your logic, yeah. Yeah, well, the immigration topic I think is big in every country right now. Denmark has also done something recently that is all over the news about it. That I have seen appear in on my YouTube even. But right now I kind of wanna. Yeah, to be honest, I have no clue. I had no clue that we were related in any way to Kosovo. It was just a random country that I mentioned. I didn't know about this because I'm kind of just purposefully living in a bubble right now. To be honest, where I kind of just isolate myself a little bit from all of this information. So maybe subconsciously I knew something about Kosovo. I don't know. But either way, I just right now I've personally chosen to kind of stay isolated away from the topic of politics. Even if I get these videos recommended on YouTube, I'm not clicking on them. I'm not really reading any articles. So, yeah. But yeah, I do know because of that, and because this video that has been recommended to me has like over 1 million views, that it is a big topic. And it is a video at least with an English title on YouTube. So, but yeah, I don't know the topic of that video at all, other than Denmark and immigration. That's all. And that's purely from the title that I've read. on it. Okay, well, we have all the runes that we need now. So that's good. Let's just progress in the act then. I think that makes sense. We need to go to the outer cloister. I don't even know our quest. Yes, the monastery we need to find. Yeah, just the basis, which I'm not gonna farm for because it doesn't seem like there's a fully reliable way to do it. Yeah, I mean, I'm also not of the same opinion as you have, Garden Elf in this case, and that's also why I try to stay away from this topic in particular on my channel, because not everyone can agree on everything, and um, and in some cases it can get quite heated, and so I will not really talk more about it. I will just say that personally, for example, I'm not of the same opinion as you have, in this case. So a maiden pipe. That's Amazon only. It's Polish mentality, so I hope you don't mind. No, I mean, all good. And everyone is welcome to have their own opinion, I think, whatever it is. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong. What I can say is that it's just sad that certain people have to be... certain innocent people have to be involved and ostracized because of other people of similar background to them. That's what saddens me a lot. That undeserving people are being affected by stuff that other people are doing. Which I don't like at all. Yeah, that's fine. You're welcome to have your own opinion. I think just be careful, because you are in a public forum, and yeah, you don't know who will read, you don't know who will agree or anything like that. Wow. 2 set items that I've just found. You know all the set items by heart, by base. Okay, that's the monastery
The
gate.
monastery on Dariel's stronghold.
And I think I do have to maybe start setting up rules on my Twitch and so on, and I might have to consider just mentioning no real topics about politics, Yeah, exactly. I guess I kind of brought it up myself, um, to some extent, right? But I I mentioned it in a sense that I don't care about the politics. I care about people, um, and so yeah. Well, sure. I mean, I think you can talk about appreciating people and enjoying humanity without politics involved, right? Um, that's my thinking, at least. Yeah, I definitely think that it became a little too much, and I don't like um, I don't like people sharing ill will or being upset at or sharing a negative opinion about um, other groups of people. I think that's kind of where my limitation would be in particular, and I think in in my opinion, Garden Elf, and by extension, Blau, you kind of crossed my boundary of what I consider to be, uh, let's say, too much. Um, because I don't like negativity towards people or towards groups of people. That's kind of where I would set my boundary personally, and it's not none of your fault, of course, because I have not let's say shared where my boundaries were, right. um Blau, you mentioned that you are of the same mind as Garden Elf. Uh, so I'm I'm not upset at you guys at all. I think it's completely okay what you did, because it's up to me to set that boundary. But I think just going forward, I would say maybe let's try to avoid uh, negative sharing negative opinions and feelings towards groups of people and so on. Um, and that's it. I think we should be able to agree with that. Yes. So you're completely fine with having that opinion for yourself, of course. That's up to you guys, but I think I want to keep this stream in a positive space we cannot, where we don't have to ostracize certain people or feel or make other people feel unwelcomed and so on and so forth, right? That's kind of how I feel about it. Um,
If there was magic here, it's long gone now.
so yeah, don't feel bad or anything, because it's really on me to have set that boundary, um, and so you haven't done anything wrong. So yeah, can that be useful? It's a force socket. Is that what I'm looking for? Does it have to be a crystal sword? Or can it just be this broadsword? Yeah? I can just use it? I thought it had to be a crystal sword. Crystal sword is just a tad more common, I see. Let me open up the wiki page. So, I need a... It should be here. So I need Tal. I need Full. I think I mixed up the runes a little bit. I need Ort. And I will need Am. And I believe it should be in this combination. That's gonna be interesting. So, top down. And correct me if that's wrong. Also, Blau. Because I definitely don't want to mess this up. You don't know the order? Yeah, I'm looking at the wiki page. And that's the order that the wiki at least shows. Yeah, the wiki will be correct, yes. So, Tal. I just want to double check everything because I don't want to mess this up. And let's also take the crystal sword in again. So, Tal. Okay, good. Then, Full. Yes. Then, Ort. Okay, and then, nice. There we go. Perfect. So what does it do? Okay. +2 to all skills is already so much better than what I have. Faster cast rate doesn't matter that much. The faster recovery. Hit recovery is amazing, I think. 55% is a lot. A massive amount of defense versus missiles is pretty cool. 7% life stolen per hit is kind of negligible because we won't really be hitting anything with this. The same with the added damage generally. Plus 22 vitality is a lot of health. Plus 6 magic absorb, I don't really know what it means. And then 100 mana is good also. Nice. So any kind of defenses that my current weapon also brings should be fixed by the increased vitality in itself. So let's see, we go from 283 to 310. Yeah. So amazing stuff. That's very nice. And then also the mana plus 100. Very, very good. That's spirit done. That's like 10% more HP. Yeah, it's very nice.
Not in town.
Oh,
Hello.
perfect. I like it. We finally got it.
The order
Is this
welcomes
also
you.
something that you would use into the end game? I'm guessing there should be better weaponry that you could find in hell, right? For the sorceress. Mm-hmm. Yeah, to end game, but not in end game. Yeah. Okay, so we have these. Nice. More set items is always cool. Is that lucky? Or did you just mess it up? The identification. Base item identification. Yeah, okay. I see. I was hoping it was a good damn, like, wow, that's super lucky. But, yeah. Good. That also means a little extra warmth, which is useful, so better mana recovery. Everyone gather around the campfire, yes. So, Blau, I don't think I ever got this question answered, but, yeah. Oh, I'm pressing keys all over the place. How do I even check damage? I guess down here. So 1279 is the maximum. 1114. Top right of the character. I'm not sure I know. Or, oh, blizzard damage, I see. Yeah, but it's the same as it states here. Yes. Good. So, Blau, I have a question in terms of mana and mana recovery. So, with a bigger pool of mana, does that also increase your mana recovery? Or is your mana recovery kind of static, and you increase that through other means? But very, very nice. That spirit handled, then we just need insight. You don't think so? It's other means. Maybe energy provides some? Yeah. It's normally only an issue in mid-game. Early and mid-game. Okay. Yeah, I mean, energy just mentions increases your total mana. So, I'm guessing energy as a stat doesn't, at least directly, impact mana recovery. But the fact that mana increases could maybe impact mana recovery. But yeah. Otherwise, yeah, it would just be other things. Since it's a percent, warmth probably does as a function of mana pool. Yeah, exactly. A superior tone. It's warlock. I definitely feel stronger. Immune to fire, that's fine. Well, then I just hope that I can find that 4-socket polearm soon. Mana recovery does seem significantly improved. Also. The outer cloister we didn't get, but that's fine. No, actually... Do we even need to finish this quest? Or is it fine to just skip? I believe that's the one that gives the option to imbue an item. Yeah. I don't really feel like it's worth much to imbue an item at this stage of the game. not as easy as you thought. Birch is just a sword, right? Yeah. A battle dart. What is a battle dart? It's thrown weapon, I see. Is that only assassin or... No, it's anything. Okay. I can definitely more reliably use teleport also now. It's very nice. Don't have to worry too much about the doors, can just teleport through walls. And I believe that I'm quite over leveled, so I also don't feel too bad skipping a lot of stuff and optional quests. Darts typically refer to bombardment type weapons. Popular in late Romanish era / area, Byzantium and such, kind of an evolution from the javelin / pilum. I guess it's pilum. Hello, God mode. Legionaries used to carry. You can strap like 2 to 5 to the back of your shield and carry them that way. Kinda neat. That's cool. Yes. Yeah. All is going super well. God mode. I hope you're doing well also. We just you might have just missed it, but we just got Spirit. And sadly you were not present in the stream or on Discord, I believe, but yeah, I didn't stream on Thursday, sadly. But for good reason, for good news, because it was a family member graduating, so it wasn't like an emergency or anything like that, but. So, yeah. So you actually didn't really miss any Diablo 2, except for the earlier part of the stream where we were farming runes. And then immediately after we were done farming the runes, we got the sword that we needed for Spirit also. Perfect timing. Yeah, graduation was good. Went well. It was also in my old university because that's where my sister is studying now, so it was interesting going back there as well and seeing some of my professors have speeches. We didn't study the same thing at all, but it's just the same university. You are missed, God mode. Yeah, yesterday was an amazing stream, God mode. In particular, a lot of stuff happened. Today has been a little more quiet, which I also feel like I needed after the excitement of yesterday. But yeah. So I this is kind of what I needed either way. Not everything needs to be a record-setting stream or anything like that, so... Like, I'm seeing significant reliable growth. I look at my average viewer chart per week, and it's a steady increase, steady trend line, up and up and up. So it's good. It's looking like things are growing. Yeah, Blau was there in spirit, just playing Diablo 2 on the side, so not as present in the chat, but was there at least. Good to hear you're not just spinning your wheels, yeah. Yeah, thank you, God Mode.
This place chills me to the
Well,
bone.
the thing about it is that I have you guys to thank for that, because without you and without the support, without the +1 to the viewer count, also things would have been very different. All of the chats, all of the you guys watching and so on does a huge amount for my growth, and I can only appreciate that I have regular people coming in who are excited, and yeah, exactly, it's what I've noticed as well. When you're at 1 to 3 viewers, it's very quiet, and you can easily go a full stream without anyone coming in and chatting. I've been lucky in my case that I have a lot of very engaged regular viewers in you guys, and so who I've come to kind of also be able to rely on coming in and wanting to listen and be here, which is super exciting and amazing in itself. I could have never expected that people would want to listen to me for hours on end and watch what I'm doing, but that's kind of where I am. You look forward to stream. It's a nice chill time. Well, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I also want to let you guys know that there is an ad break in 1.5 minutes. So be aware of that. And it will sadly be a 3-minute ad break. Thankfully, from what I hear, it's quite rare that people actually receive ads for all of those 3 minutes. Sometimes even just a few seconds. So you can get lucky in that case, and I hope that all of you will. The way of speaking and narrating is much better than many others. The stories, the kindness, and entire experience here. Well, I appreciate it. It keeps you coming back. Well, I can also tell you, Garden Elf, are a big reason why I'm also looking forward to streaming and all of that, and why I keep coming back. All of you are. Because if I had no one watching, if I had no one coming in, then it would be a lot more difficult to keep myself motivated. I would definitely still be here, but I think my energy levels would be a little lower, let's say. My excitement might not be felt in the same way as it is now, that I actually have people coming in and chatting and having fun and all of that stuff. Let's see. Need you here. My stream kind of punches above its weight. Good video quality, audio quality, solid English and enunciation and stuff. Balanced audio between the game and commentary and such. better than most other new streams or low viewer count streams. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I do try to strive for decent quality, and I'm working on wireless internet, which scares me a bit because what I do notice is, oh, my helmet is about to break. What I do notice is that my internet can kind of jump off sometimes. Thankfully, that hasn't happened during stream, but especially in the evening, then I just lose connection and I have to unplug and replug my Wi-Fi dongle. But yeah, I appreciate it. I've been very lucky that there haven't been issues with connectivity. Yeah, that's very nice because I get a bit worried. As I mentioned, I've been playing a bit of Path of Exile, and that's a purely online game, and I've been having lag spikes related to connectivity issues. But I think it must be on the end of the developers of their servers, and not on my side. God mode. I really appreciate that. Wow. You know, this amount of support is unprecedented for
I can't carry anymore. I can't
for
carry
the
anymore.
size of my stream. I cannot believe it. That ad was too long. I can't take it anymore. Oh god. Don't be pressured by ads to subscribe. That's not what I want. But I also get it. Wow. Amazing stuff, God mode. I appreciate it. It means a lot.
Yes.
The continued even financial support. It is not something that you can expect at the level and size that I am at the moment. I've of course looked up what you can expect on Twitch for your size and whatnot, and what I have seen stats wise is nothing like what I'm seeing here. It is very, very special. This is completely unique, and I feel like one of a kind almost. So I looked up the statistics, right? I looked up that you can kind of expect 1 to 3% of your regular viewers to decide to subscribe. But that's not at all what I'm seeing here. Not even close. I'm seeing, at this point, I think 80%, maybe even 100% of my regular viewers coming in and subscribing and supporting financially. That is a massive, massive difference that I cannot even comprehend how that is. Like it doesn't make sense in my head to have this statistic telling me that I can expect 1 to 3% of my regular viewers to come in and subscribe to me. But I of course don't have any expectation at all. But to see that in my case it's like 100%, That is not even an outlier. That is, to me, a complete. It sounds like a complete statistical impossibility, but it's happening to me. I don't know. Uh, I I appreciate all of the support. To have 30 followers and to have 5 active subscriptions on my channel. That it might not be possible for you guys to understand, and that's totally fine. But that is completely unique. And very special. I don't even know. I did not expect anything like this. So I have, since I've done that research, I thought, wow, Garden Elf, amazing, thank you so much for subscribing. Blau, also thank you so much for subscribing. Doesn't matter if it's a Prime subscription or not. A subscription of any kind means the same to me. And yeah, it's completely unheard of. I don't know. I don't know what to say other than thank you, and I appreciate all of you so much. It really means more than you can probably think to me. Yeah, I just appreciate it.
Greetings.
And soon enough, with how things have been growing, thank you so much. Bayboy said also, I haven't seen you in the chat, but I appreciate the follow, and you also don't have to chat. I am personally also a lurker as well. It's yeah, my voice did get a bit cracky, a bit crackly, but I don't even know. We aren't subbing and coming back because the content isn't worth our support. Yeah. It's just insane. So I'm seeing so much more engagement, so many more viewers than I should be seeing at my size, because I'm not really cross promoting. I'm not big anywhere other than Twitch. This is people finding me mostly naturally, right? And to see this is completely unprecedented, completely unique, and to also be at a point where, like, I am outgrowing the expectation of Twitch. My achievement to be affiliated didn't come down to my average viewership, which it would most of the time. It came down to my amount of followers. And now I just need 50 followers, and then I can also start giving out VIP badges to people. And I'm so far from 50 followers. It will take a while. But to have hit the other requirement for that at my size is incredible. Like, I don't know. Yes. Yeah, if I keep playing now, I will get 50. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of followers all of a sudden also, right? 2 from yesterday, 1 from today. And again, thank you very much, also for following. I really appreciate that. it also shows me that people who are just lurking are engaged and are enjoying the stream. And I also want to be lurker friendly as well. So I really appreciate it all. If I keep playing now, I will get to the 50. I will. And
What you need?
I will continue. Let's get back to work. Yeah.
Good morning.
Yesterday also wasn't a very productive stream because there was so much happening, but I really appreciate all of the support. And I don't know, as I've mentioned to you guys, you might not be aware, God Mode, but I'm planning on using my ad revenue, which is very low, to subscribe to smaller streamers. And it will take a while to get there, to a point where I can start subscribing to people. But I will be doing that at least in the future. See, I cannot remember where I came from. I think I came from the portal. So I will give that back to other people, definitely. The catacombs. Yes, so we need to go deeper here. Make sure you find the waypoint before you go down to the next floor. Okay. So there should be a waypoint on this floor. Yeah, Ada is a thing that you can just play anytime. That's also something that that I haven't told you, God Mode. You haven't been present, I think, but I added a new channel point reward, and you should probably also have points for it now. Yes, here is the waypoint. A text-to-speech Ada voice that you can use to say anything on stream. Ada is the AI character in Satisfactory, by the way. But Ada can be used anywhere, at any time, as long as you have the points. No matter the game that I play. Also, it was nice, God Mode, last time I caught you on stream, to see that big raid that happened. That was very exciting. And peace to our narrator. Father was a fool to have trusted me, for it was I who told. Yes, I think it's one of those things where I don't know if I can make that happen. I can try to look into it, but the thing about the Ada voice was that it was already available in the software that I'm using to play that text-to-speech, and so I didn't really have to do any additional work. It seems like they're using kind of a standard AI voice in the game also, and that's why it was just available in this software. So sadly, I doubt that at least I can make that work soon. Maybe in the future, who knows? Okay, here we are in the boss room. Let's place down a portal. Okay, we do have a good amount of sound portals still. The Maiden Spear was Amazon. Okay. Also, God Mode, did you get to Hogwarts Legacy? Did you get it and play it? Let's see how we do against Andariel. Good damage. Please come back, mercenary. I want you to survive if possible.
Thanks.
Okay, I don't think you're gonna really survive. SOJ incoming. Yeah, I mean 1 in a 4,000 chance that you mentioned earlier. I'm a little doubtful of that, but maybe. I ended up deleting it after someone in particular said they had already completed it. Not naming anybody in particular though. Yeah? Who said they had completed it? I haven't completed it at least. I just have it in my library, that's it. Let's see. Where are you? Dario. Where are you? You walked in here? Yes, okay. Interesting. I didn't hit that one. Nice. There we are. Good. Amazing stuff.
The queen has fallen.
Is it worth picking up yellows to sell? Or does it not matter?
Imagine if mosquitoes paid taxes. Every time they bit someone, they'd have to declare where the blood came from. There'd be tiny mosquito accountants arguing over receipts. Sorry Gary, you can't claim this as typo positive, that's clearly B negative. Meanwhile, one rogue mosquito is committing tax fraud because he keeps drinking from different people without keeping records.
What is this?
Greetings, and
Yellows if I need gold.
finally,
Well, thank you, Ada. Thank you for sharing the real issues of mosquitoes committing tax fraud. Let's see. The war spear is likely not better than what the mercenary has, but let's see. Maybe. Mana after each kill doesn't matter. Yeah. No. I don't think it is better.
Yes?
If you replace every letter in the alphabet with the next letter, then eventually you'll invent the alphabet again. Which means the alphabet is technically a wheel. Which means language has rims.
Where are you getting these copy pastes from?
Good day.
Oh god.
Good day.
Time isn't a line. Clocks are circles. Why are hands on the clock called hands if they never had fingers?
Yes?
We're getting so deep here. Oh yes, deep conversation. Let's go east. And we've watched this cinematic before. We can skip it.
Good day.
into deep. And you try to keep. Yes. Could kill Andariel 1,000 more times. A couple thousand more times even. I could. But I I would rather not. I think.
You may not pass.
I may not pass. No, that's fine. That's... Now we're in Act 2.
You have quite a trek.
I have quite a treasure.
I don't.
Not here.
So, the mercenary guy. Should I look for
Let you wonder how.
mercenaries with specific skills? So, right now, my current mercenary has the healing aura. Yeah. Should I have something other than the healing aura? Heals plus 12. I'm guessing his is the same, right? Yeah, plus 12.
Greetings.
So, increases defense. I don't really care about defense. Freezes nearby monsters. That's called damage to attacks. Sounds nice. Thorns. Reflects damage. Melee damage taken by you and your party. Yeah, what would be better? Healing or thorns? And would I have to transfer the equipment? Yeah, I see. And then I would have no way of getting it back. That would be crazy. Well, I mean, I can try out the thorns and see how that goes. He will be used as kind of like a tanky guy, so...
Your keyboard knows exactly how angry you are based on how hard you press the spacebar.
Yeah. Am I pressing the spacebar hard? I mean, let's try it. Let me just double check I have all of the equipment. I do. Okay. Let's try.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
Good. There we are. Act 2. Yes, so we go to the sewers. It's getting a little warm in here now. In my room. Oh god. Hit a little hard. Oh, there's also a rare guy in here. A heavy belt. There is a heat wave. I think we're over the worst of it though. At least in Denmark we are. But yeah, Denmark did beat its temperature record, as well as Germany and Slovakia and Switzerland, so yeah. It wasn't good. It was pretty much all of Europe. It is not hardcore, it is softcore. It's my first playthrough of Diablo 2. And I think it would be a bit dangerous to take my first playthrough as hardcore. So, but welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Another Phoenix also. I had a Phoenix raid me once. Hope you're doing well. So I'm sharing my first playthrough with other people and just experiencing it along with each other. Yeah, I am. I'm fairly far. I'm in Act 2 Nightmare, so I guess almost exactly mid-game. Mid-game of the campaign, that is. I got the Spirit Sword recently. I'm also working with the Ancient's Pledge and Stealth. Those are like my main pieces of gear. Then I guess a double tier helmet is also fine. So currently hoping for a 4-socket polearm for insight for the mercenary. And yeah, I'm guessing you're a bit more experienced than I am in the game, Phoenix. But I appreciate you coming in. It's always cool to see new people in here. You played D2 when you were really young and then didn't really touch it for a long time. Yeah, are you actively playing it now though, or? Oh, that's back to the city, the town. I should have played it back in the day, but I wasn't into ARPGs at the time, I don't know why. But a couple friends and I have been playing with this latter season. Nice. Amazing stuff. It's very cool to see that the game and community is still so active. I really like it. We have a few pretty experienced players in here in Blau and God mode, so if you have any questions, because it sounds like you've come back to it after a long break, so maybe they can answer some questions that you might have. I likely won't be able to. If it was hardcore ladder, I'd have a spare insight base I could give you. Yeah, no problem. I prefer actually to just do kind of everything by myself for the first playthrough at the very least. So it's all good. I wouldn't have accepted it either way. But it's very cool to hear that you're playing hardcore even for your first time back. Yeah, self-found at the moment. Maybe things will change once I get through the campaign, but I want to have a little bit of a natural experience and progression for my first playthrough. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't mind trading necessarily if it is of course natural, if it's not like handouts and stuff like that, and I've actually like done my work to to, let's say, deserve it, right? For lack of a better word. What made you decide to come back to the game, Phoenix, and even in hardcore mode? I'm curious. It's a hard game. And especially after such a long break, I can imagine that it's a little nerve-wracking and a lot of near-death experiences. But I have a lot of respect for people doing hardcore, definitely. Some things are really valuable, but you have to scour, like finding a +3 skill Amazon spear or bow, or like a good necro wand or sorcerer item. Yeah, sorceress item. Yes. Is the trading community also very active, or is it a lot of bots just doing a lot of item flipping? One more potion. It was the first game I ever remembered playing when I was a kid, and I saw a few videos about it, get recommended, and decided to play it through again after not touching it in 10+ years. That's very cool, yes. D2IO has a trade platform. You can make listings, then link up in game. Okay, nice. Yeah, I noticed there are a lot of very, very popular videos on YouTube these days of Diablo 2, like challenge runs and so on. I noticed that as well. Now that I've played through the campaign also, I have been watching them a little bit, because I'm not really getting spoiled anymore. But yeah, they have like millions of views, some of them, it's crazy. Some of the lore videos are fun too. Yeah. I also really love PoE. My brother got me into playing hardcore in that, so I just kind of went the same way for Diablo. Yeah. It's very cool. I always liked the idea of hardcore a lot. But I really struggle to want to play hardcore, especially in PoE. I do it for Diablo 4, but in PoE the servers feel a little too unstable for me to feel safe playing it in hardcore. I've been playing a bit of the new league, the Ancestors League, that came out a few days ago, and I'm noticing a lot of lag spikes of a few seconds at a time, and that is just super dangerous if you're playing hardcore. So with that, I'm kind of not really willing to play hardcore, otherwise I would strongly consider it. And I have done a bit in previously. But PoE is amazing. My favorite game of all time, I would say. Immune to cold. Mercenary, get over here so that you can deal with him. Why do you run away? Yes. Get over to him and not focus on the things that he summons. Oh god. This poison is lasting a long time. How long will you last for? Come on. Yeah. Clearly. I just found out. Okay, please. Why can you... Could you please... Well, I have to stay away for a bit, I think. Oh god. I'm still poisoned. But but I cannot tell if I have pretty much 0 health left. I'm in a bit of a tough spot here. Good thing I'm not hardcore. How long is this poison? It's insane. I cannot even tell. I don't have like debuffs or anything. It's still ongoing. It's lasting a minute maybe even. I don't know. Well, I have to get back because I will not survive. I guess I don't have anything against poison, I think. What are you? Fire resist. I mean, that's fine. I can keep that. Stealth has 30%. Oh, poison resist. Yes. I do have decent poison resists, I would say. Sorry, I was thinking about like potions against it or something like that. I don't know why. So I know that there are antidotes, so I guess I can buy a few of those maybe. And then just fill up the rest with healing potions. I can try this way around it and see if that will help. And it is just a sign of the time, but it doesn't even tell me what antidotes do, so I don't really know what to expect when using them, but I'll just find out. Okay, so, but you're immune to cold, so I need to rely on the mercenary here. Immune to cold, does that also mean that I cannot freeze you?
Thanks.
Okay, please.
Thanks.
He's also, oh, not healing because of the poison, probably. Yeah, let's just try to get you in and hope that you survive. Yeah, I thought so. Cure poison. Oh yes, right, I could. Yeah, I forgot about that, yes. I was using healing potions on him, but not the antidotes.
Good morning.
But yeah,
Welcome to my
I should
shop.
have thought about that. Okay. But we'll have this handled soon. I think we'll be good.
Need some help?
Okay. Good. Let's try again. And then let's use it on our mercenary also. And now we should be good. Antidote increases my maximum also. Please mercenary get in and attack him and not the summons. I don't know how long the antidote lasts. I'm kind of using Blizzard just to deal with any extra. Yeah. I thought we could get him here. We cannot. This is annoying. But just one more antidote and we should be fine.
There's nothing the right poison can't cure.
2 more regular healing potions also. Okay. Yeah. I realized earlier in the game that it doesn't kill you. It's a little like Half-Life 2 if you've played that with the poison head crabs. Just put you down at 1 so that something can just kill you. But in this case it keeps the poison on you, I guess. And doesn't remove it at 1 health. Okay, Mercenary, get in. Please. Please. Thank you. Ah,
What a misguided
that was
monster.
super annoying. The mercenary can die, it seems. But the player cannot. Because I don't know what would deal damage to him here. So, that is an interesting distinction. And I feel like a bit of an oversight, maybe, of the game. You got so scared playing hardcore, I never found that out. Yeah. Yeah, that is very weird. I don't really understand why they would make that
Dave?
distinction, but sure, they do. So, yeah. Nice. That's a new skill. Let's just put it into Cold Mastery. Guess they wanted to be nice. Yeah. They wanted to be nice to the player. Let's go and heal here. Good. So, return to Atma. You're up here.
They say
Okay, that's the quest. Then we leave the town. But yeah, now you know that if that Phoenix, maybe you don't have to worry as much. But I would definitely say that running around on 1 HP is not ideal in hardcore, even then. But poison is very, very dangerous in this game, it seems. That's a gem, a flawless amethyst, nice. Could take another healing potion. The dry hills. Yeah, this is where we need to be. Good. You're gonna need to start hoarding rejuvenation potions. You need full rejuvenation potions in hell without good gear. I see. I am kind of hoarding the regular ones, but I haven't seen full ones, I believe, yet. They do start dropping later in night now. Okay. Yeah, I guess just within a certain level range. You can also cube them in 2 falls. Okay. I guess 3 to 1 or what? Or is it a more complicated recipe? Yeah. Okay. Just won't have enough to tread with difficulty. I think I have like 40 back in town or in my stash. Let's go even more cold mastery. You might consider at this point starting to put points into Blizzard synergies. The halls of the dead we needed to go to, right? Yeah. Or do we? Is this an optional quest or a main quest? Because it's for the cube, right? Halls of the dead is not necessary. Yeah, okay. Let's just leave then. The quest isn't optional, but this part of it is. Aha. Okay. There was a green? What? Oh, yes. I was too busy looking at chat, I think. Thank you. Thank you, Phoenix. A tower shield. Rejuvenation potions. Get some healing potions also. And another one. Okay. So, I guess in that case we kind of just continue up. Small charm could maybe be useful. Do charms drop above magic rarity? Because I don't think I've seen rare charms. They do. Okay. Sunders and Geeds, but that's it. Okay. I guess Hellfire and Nihilus too. I'm getting so many set items today. I don't know if it's normal to get this many. But they look different. The reason that most charms are blue is because charms cannot be yellow or white. So if RNG decides they're supposed to be, they'll end up blue. Yeah. Get this healing potion. The more I learn about how drops work in this game, the less I understand. Yeah, I get it. That's the waypoint here. So, do I care about the dry hills or do I just continue into the Fire Oasis? I think it's just continue into Fire Oasis, right? Careful, Mr. Mercenary, but you'll be fine. It would be nice if you had some life here. No need for dry, but I felt like that would be the case. I have to rely a lot more on potions now that my mercenary doesn't have the healing aura. Also, so I have to be mindful of that. I feel like the mercenary also just keeps leveling up. What kind of item is this? I don't even know what it could be based on that name. Looks like a flail. Maybe that's what it is. Visually. Okay.
Good day.
Good day.
+1 to all skills. This seems quite strong. Of course, not for me, but another build, another class. It's a lot of damage and attack rating. Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. It should be. It should be a lot more damage. The weapon that he has only does damage pretty much, so and this does significantly more.
I'll put
Good
that to
eyes,
good
good
use.
thinking.
I'll put that to good use.
Doubles
I'll put that to
the
good use.
maximum damage and increases the minimum slightly. That's nice. So indeed it is. Oh. That's a great amulet for a barbarian, not for me. Is this the kind of stuff that you look for in amulets? I'm guessing so, right? Like this alone should be... This affix alone should be quite expensive in itself, I could imagine. Yeah, exactly. Like, I would be willing to sacrifice this amulet if it was sorceress levels. What server am I playing? I don't even know how to tell you that, to be honest. But welcome in, Starboy. Hope you're doing well. We can also move these runes out. So this one can be sold. Oh, I see. I'm probably on an EU server because I live in the EU. Can go up to 3+. Wow. That's huge. That would be an amazing amulet. Even +1 is huge, I feel like. Phoenix has a question for the knowers of the game. Anyone giving free items? Maybe if you're lucky. Maybe if you're lucky, you can shoot your shot. See if anyone would be interested in help you out. In helping you out. A prismatic amulet. Or a free enigma. To be honest, I don't know much about the game. I don't know what I have, to be fair, but probably not anything that you're looking for, I could imagine. And even then, it sounds like we're not sharing a server, so I might not be able to help you out. Yeah. There's a +1 to necromancer skills. Any better than 10% FCR if I get a breakpoint? That's a good question for the experts. Oh, I can add to the shared or non-shared. Interesting. I'm just gonna add to my personal. I didn't know that. That's how you're leveling. Nice. Let me go more vitality. Say probably FCR, but keep the +1 or something else makes the breakpoint. Yeah. Check my germs. Yeah. Do I need my hand sanitizer out again? Like earlier? I'm guessing you mean gems. I'm just messing with you. Yeah? I have enough to make a prismatic amulet. Hmm. Okay. Plus 15 to 20 to all resistances. Nice. That would definitely be much better than what I have. And should almost cap me out on most resistances. And how would I make it? So it was something like one of each colored gem. Oh. Do I have enough diamond for it though? For a perfect one? Uh, 6 normals to 1 flawless. Or to 2 flawless. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. Hmm. And how do I move it back? Control Shift left click. Okay. It's confusing with these. I just have to get used to the control schemes. Oh, that is not correct. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Control Shift left click to move. No. Oh god. Right click, yes. Okay. Good. Yeah, sorry, I'm just having to get used to how this works a bit. Okay, good. Then we can transmute these also. By the way, there is an ad break in 2 minutes, just to let you guys know. I don't like to run ads, but I don't have a choice. Okay, good. Then I need an amulet. Is there a decent place I can buy a cheap magic amulet? I guess I can buy back. I can gamble for one. Yeah, but they're quite expensive, right? I have the choice of buying this one back, but 50k, is that... is that more than the gamble? No, it's not. So should I not just buy it back instead then? I should have just not sold it in the first place, but I mean, it's fine to make some mistakes sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I could gamble for an amulet and then maybe it will be so much better than this one, and I would feel bad transmuting it. So, yeah, I'm gonna buy it back then. And then so like this. Is that correct? Good. Ad break in 15 seconds, by the way. I'm sorry about that, Phoenix, and anyone else who is not subscribed in here. Hopefully it won't be an annoying one. Okay. Let's transmute. Oh, it's a low roll, I think, right? But Magic Find, I guess, is a nice addition also. Thank you, Phoenix, for following. I appreciate it. I'm getting so many followers these days. It's crazy. Thank you for all of the support. I really appreciate it. It's insane what I'm experiencing these days with streaming. I don't even know what to say, but thank you. And yeah, I'm working towards 50 followers also, so that I can unlock VIP badges for people. So that will be useful. I have a few people that I want to give those out to. Okay, good. So old amulet just goes. So yeah, we're still like 10 off capping out cold and poison, but it's a significant upgrade in defense, in defensives for sure. Okay. Oh god, now I'm poisoned. Is this gonna last just as long? I hope not. I'm also sorry to hear that you died at 78 yesterday. That there's a lot of progress lost, but I hope you can get back to it, Phoenix. Okay, just 45 seconds more of ads, and then people should be back, hopefully. I can also understand if people leave throughout the ads because they're so annoying. Okay. Seeing nothing so far. And there we go. That's the ads over. Yeah. I'm really sorry to have to put people through ads. I don't like it. So well, welcome back from them if you had any at all. That's part of the stream. Yeah. It's well, it's kind of. I wish it wasn't. And I'm sorry to sound like a broken record, but if I had the choice of not running ads, I would. It's one of those things, as an affiliate, you just have to. Well, yeah, welcome back, Phoenix. It's just Twitch. Yeah, I know. But still, I don't like it. I understand it from Twitch's perspective, though, right? Because I'm using their servers to stream to people and so on. It costs them money to allow me to stream, and so running ads pays back at least some of that, if not all or more. So, yeah. But for me, it just doesn't make any like significant financial difference. It only would if I had like 50 plus viewers, I think. So at the size that I am, to me it kind of feels a little bit worthless. Okay. So I guess maybe the way forward is just to progress to the next zone. If they paid more, those ads would be 1 hour long on my streams. Yeah, I need the maggot layer. And where would that be hiding? Is it up here? Because it looks special. No, it is not. Is it in the next zone? Search the maggot layer under the fire oasis. No. So it is in this zone somewhere. I just haven't found it yet. Normally somewhere near the waypoint. That's... Oh, yeah. Thank you, God mode. Exactly what you said. Yes, indeed. Someone is experienced with this game. The tight hallways of this place. Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's only one like grid square that you can walk in here. It's crazy. And the thing is, I'm the player, so I will always be running in front in these hallways. And so I will be in danger. It would be nice if the mercenary was in front of me. A horned helm, is that's barbarian only. Many of the brave heroes have fallen in this place, yes. In multiplayer you can trap your party and get them killed. Oh god. That is extraordinarily evil on hardcore. Is there anything you would farm in here in the end game? Or is it just purely campaign progression and then forget about it ever existing again? I cannot move through here, it's so annoying. Healing potions? So many rejuvenation potions all of a sudden. I don't want them on my fives though. Oh, I didn't mean to teleport. Absolutely no reason to be here, I see. Yes. Only campaign progression and that's it. It is technically area level 85 in Hell, but even Act 1 has better options if you're trying to farm max area level, yeah. Reason is only to TP and help other people. I see. And welcome in. Shoko Eyes Bärchen. That sounds a little German to me. Welcome in. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you survived the great heat. And if you're German, I heard that you set new heat records, which is not nice. So bad I don't even get the waypoint, yeah. I wish... definitely wish mana wasn't an issue for me. Otherwise I would be teleporting all over the place with no worry. But oh yes, we had 39 degrees in shade on Sunday. That is insane. Oh god. For Germany, that is insane. Assuming that's where you're from. But I guess we also got a little close to that. I'm from Denmark. We had 37. But that was not in the shade, I think. Maybe it was. I don't know. But yeah, that's also huge for Denmark. And Blau, of course, that's in Celsius. I'm sorry about that, and Other any other Americans or people who use the imperial system? To be honest, I cannot do Fahrenheit conversions in my head. I'm not experienced enough for that. Thankfully, I live in the capital, and it didn't get as warm here, like up to 33, so it wasn't the absolute worst, but it definitely wasn't fun. Nice, I can teleport straight through there. Good. 30 is 86 Fahrenheit. Oh, nice. Yes. Fahrenheit is the only superior imperial measurement. It's going to hit 94 Fahrenheit where I live today. Yes. Oh god. Well, that's a discussion you can have, but I think let's keep it civil at the very least. Because Imperial got us to the moon. Yeah. Careful of our health. Okay. Can take a mana potion also. You have a point there, yes. I mean, whatever the method is, if it works, it works. That's really what matters. You made history, amazing job, it's impressive, right? So, and whatever helped you get there, great job, incredible. NASA used metric internally for the Apollo program and had to convert everything back to imperial for the space. But the software uses metric internally. I guess it kind of would make sense to use the metric because the conversions are a lot simpler. Also for a computer to calculate. So it would make sense in that way at least. Like, the less numbers you have to work with, the less decimals, the less everything, the better, kind of, from a computer perspective. So, at least I would know I'm a programmer by profession, so it would make sense for the computers to use the metric internally. In 1999, NASA lost the 125 million Mars climate orbiter because one engineering team used metric units while another used imperial units. Some of NASA clearly uses imperial given that this happened. Yeah, I mean, I could imagine so. I think it's typical to be using the system that you have grown up with and live with daily, right? In your daily life. The metric system will be a little bit out of your, let's say, expertise. I did buy the Warlock expansion, yes, but I'm not planning on playing a Warlock at least anytime soon. This is my first playthrough and I kind of wanted my first time playing Diablo 2. And I wanted it to be the kind of vanilla experience by playing the original class, one of the original classes. Um, so I'm not planning on playing the warlock at least yet until I finish the campaign and do a bit of endgame farming. Honestly, I think pounds and ounces, feet, yards, miles, are whatever. Yeah. The real hard one to switch would be volume measurements for cooking. Yeah. Yes. I mean, I agree. I think I do like the cooking measurements actually, because they're a little more. Oh, he died. They're a little more easy to rely on daily life objects on, let's say, than the metric system. So I can see that definitely. Tablespoons are an evil invention, yeah. You cook by weight, so I see, I see.
Thus,
Greetings.
So many rejuvenation potions. How many have we picked up? 55, and then adding 62 now. Great stuff. But we also use tablespoons here, in Denmark at the very least, and I think in most of Europe. But yeah, it is super annoying to measure a tablespoon. So we have 30 stat points now. Okay, so that was the maggot layer. That's nice. We can talk to Drogman.
well,
And then we need to go to the Valley of Snakes. So I've been streaming for a little extra today. Time has carried a bit away and I've been enjoying my time. Typically I stream for around 3 hours. I'll keep it going for a little bit more, but I think I will have to finish up soon. But I've enjoyed today a lot. The last 2 streams that I've had have been very, very special to me. It's been a crazy amount of support that I could have never imagined. And even today, I've had a lot of new first-time chatters also coming in and engaging. It's super amazing. It's lovely to see that things are growing at the way that they are, and people are coming across the channel and engaging, having fun. Oh, I forgot about my mercenary also. Let's fix that. Just looked it up, and apparently the US uses metric tablespoons. Interesting. To be fair, I mean, here a tablespoon just means a tablespoon, right? Take a tablespoon from your drawer and fill it up with whatever, sugar, salt,
Yes,
whatever it
citizen.
might be. And that's what a tablespoon is here. So yeah, I also didn't know there were multiple types of tablespoon. It is a specific size, yes, tablespoon, but at the same time, I don't have a reliable way of measuring it. I can only use my tablespoons to measure it, so that's the thing. I understand that it's a standardized measurement, but I don't have a measurement tool for it, other than my basic tablespoons. They don't sell. not to my knowledge. I have not seen such things. I think we rely more on just the eye test, pretty much, and that's it. Than anything else. The closest that we kind of get are beakers and like deciliter cups, and that's it. You keep a tablespoon and teaspoon in my spice cabinet, yes. But yeah, I have at least not seen actual measurement things for that here in Europe. At least not in Denmark. The most cursed US unit is a fluid ounce. Yeah, to be honest, I don't even know what that is. I don't know much about the Imperial system. It's never been something that I've had to use. I do know the units, but I don't know what they would translate to, let's say. So I know that ounces exist. I know that that yards, feet, miles, whatever exist, Fahrenheit. But I don't know exactly how they convert. A fluid ounce is the amount of space that 1 ounce weight of water takes up. Yeah. Off the top of my head, the ounce is like 20 milliliters, maybe 30. I see. Yeah, I mean, in that, it's the amount of space that 1 ounce, weight ounce of water takes. Yeah, I guess in Europe it's a little more simple, at least when it comes to water. It's like, oh, 1 liter of water is equivalent of 1 kilogram of water, pretty much. Of course, depending on what that water is made up of, like if there are any additional little things inside and so on. But generally, that's also how it works. Another set item. I'm getting so many. Fluid ounce equals volume. Yeah. You only know that because of bartending. Yes. Is this the Viper temple thing, or it's just a random statue? Yeah, it's just a random statue. A little bit of world building. I should keep an eye on my town portals. I still have 11 left. Good. There are a lot of cases of certain units being used primarily for marketing purposes. Yeah. I could imagine so. There are definitely ways that you can be a bit tricky with measuring units. I've been tricked personally, even with the metric system. So I can definitely see that. American car makers had a trend in the 60s and 70s of listing engine displacement in cubic inches instead of liters because the number was bigger. Yeah. It sucks. It's not very kind. So, I'm guessing I can just continue straight to the Valley of Snakes, right? Do I need anything in the Lost City? What I do know is that I need to be in the Valley of Snakes at least. Always learn something in Professor Koala streams. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. You get to know so many new things, so many new people, so many new places. It's lovely. The kind of mix we have in here is so cool, right? We have someone from New Zealand. We have, it seems, multiple people from the US. We have from Europe, a little all around Europe. It's so cool. It's the kind of thing that you cannot really experience anywhere else, I feel like, to the same extent. And it's just very fun. I talked about it earlier, but I find, I'm from Denmark, I find talking to Danes boring because I'm also a Dane. I know about Denmark, I know about all the things that we could talk about that when it comes to that stuff. But I don't know a lot about New Zealand, I don't know so much about Poland. I know maybe a little more about Germany, right? Like, all of this stuff is just very, very cool. And you get to talk about topics that people have experienced and are experiencing that you never really knew about. And it's very, very cool. The vibes are good in here, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Phoenix. It means a lot. I think the experience would have been significantly different if we didn't have the people that we have in here in the chat. And it would have been worse also. And so I appreciate everyone just being in here and chatting on and on and on and having things and topics to talk about. Oh. That's a 2-socket helmet. That's something that we were also looking for. And I don't know what has happened recently. I've had so many supportive people come in and just be super helpful, kind, and just all of that. A lore wouldn't hurt. Do I have what I would need for a lore? I mean, I could also consider a higher base stealth, I guess. If I find something useful, I guess this is kind of the same base. Just keep being myself. Well, is it me being myself, or is it you guys also keeping me company and making things interesting? Because if I was just playing the game and by myself and talking about the game, I don't think it would be as interesting. Ort Soul. Mage Plate would be nice. Yeah? Would that be better than the stealth at this point? I still, like, faster cast rate doesn't matter so much to me with my main skill being Blizzard. What is a Yari? It's a spear, not a polearm. I feel like I've been a bit unlucky with charms also. Hopefully I can get something good soon. What about if I let go of this? So I'm not going below fire resist cap, so I should just get rid of this charm. Oh, around 250 defense on Mage Plate. Nice. A unique bow that I cannot take with me. go back to town and fix that.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, you are not the trader. You are. Maximum stamina I don't care so much about. Interesting. Faster hit recovery, enhanced defense. How is that compared to what you have? That's the one that I'm using. No, it's not. It has significantly better defense. Faster hit recovery is nice, I could imagine. He's losing life and fire resist, but I mean, I think overall it would be better. I don't care so much about the level 4 Nova, I think. So
I'll put that to good use.
I think it is an improvement. I'll keep it in the stash. Okay. Let's see. So I just want to sell you. I'll keep the +8 fire resist just in case. Could be useful. So a lore, you say? Let me check what I would need for that. Lore rune word. An art and a soul. Okay. Yes, definitely. I appreciate it, Phoenix. You can check my schedule below. I do stream Satisfactory most days of the weekdays. Most of the weekdays. Just so you're aware, maybe you're interested in that game also. But otherwise, I play Diablo on Tuesdays and Thursday, in case you're not interested in watching anything else. And that is totally fine. So, art and soul. Yes, I do. Soul? Thank you, Garden Elf. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Wow. You're really kind. To have 32 followers now, and to have 2 streams in a row where I have received 2 subscriptions is amazing. Two subscriptions each stream over 2 streams at my size is amazing. I really appreciate all of the support. I feel like it's kind of unheard of. I don't know. It feels completely crazy. Well, welcome to the sub party, Phoenix. Yeah, as mentioned, I'll be streaming Diablo 2 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if you only want to catch up on those days, that's completely fine. Otherwise, I stream the other weekdays, Satisfactory. And you can check out the schedule when I do that. Okay, so soul and art. I'm getting caught off guard so much today. It's incredible. Thank you for all of the support. I really appreciate it all. Yeah. 32 followers, and most of those followers are not fully active, right? And to have 6 active subscriptions at the same time at 32 followers, I don't even know. It's insanity, really. But thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Art and soul. Nice. There's the lore. +1 to all skills. Very nice. Energy is also welcome. Damage reduction is nice. Lightning resist we even need. That is good. No, we don't. We need cold and poison. That's me thinking about PoE because lightning resist is at the bottom. So I remembered that the bottom one I was lacking some resist, but yeah, either way. It's fine. It's also plus in resists or in defense, sorry. And it still gives me a bit of mana after each kill. Nice. Would there be a reason to keep my tier helm somewhere, or should I just sell it? Man, I cannot believe all of this happening. It is super unique. Keep it for my next character. Yes. I mean, I could. It requires level 13. It could be useful for a little bit of early leveling. I think that's a decent guidance.
Hello.
Let's see. I'm looking for scrolls. Who sells scrolls here? I guess I don't necessarily need to buy now, but yeah. Okay, let's just go back in the portal. Same guy who sells potions. I guess I just overlooked them, but yeah, it's fine. I don't need them right here, right now. I have 13 scrolls, so it's fine. Oh, I don't know what I just picked up. It's fine. It was another health potion. So I need to keep an eye out for 2-socket chest plate also. And then I'm kind of good on rune words, I guess. Then I'm fully... Well, I guess I am fully rune worded up as it is. These are the only items that can have sockets, right? Here's the place we need to be. Mercenary, be careful. Oh, died so fast. And a yellow amulet. Let's see if making that prismatic amulet was worth it. Destroy the serpent amulet. Or not amulet. Okay, it's updated now. Nice. Let's see.
Blessings to you.
A rogue's bow. Wow. That is just a good, very, very early leveling bow, I guess. Another barbarian skills. That's it. Yeah. It's definitely not an improvement over what I have. Yeah, it really wants me to play barbarian here. I'm just gonna sell it. I could keep it if I decide to roll a barbarian, but I'm just gonna sell it. Okay, so I'll keep the quest items here. Unique bow can go here. Let's see. So quest completed. Now Oh, we can restore the staff even now, it seems. Nice. And where do we hand it off to? We go into Talrasha's tomb and we talk to Drogman. Okay.
I've been.
Oh, up here. So I didn't overlook it. It's just there are multiple people who sell potions. That's why I didn't find it. So this guy sells potions and the other guy sells potions, but this guy has more like utility potions, but no scrolls. Okay. Look for the arcane sanctuary within the palace. Yes. So I'll keep streaming for a little while more. I've been thinking recently if I should be streaming for more each day, because it's one of those things where with Twitch, the more you can stream, the better. Kind of. So, yeah, I don't have the Lost City waypoint, but it's fine. Time flew, indeed. So, I also want to say it's as long as it doesn't affect your working schedule. Yeah, it does slightly, but I mean, with what's happening recently, I think I need to focus a little more on streaming than I have been. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, thankfully I'm unemployed, so it doesn't really affect work necessarily. So that's fine. Of course, I have my own things that I'm working on as well, like hobby stuff, but this is a hobby in itself, but I do want to take it more seriously, I think, considering what's happening. Not that I wasn't taking it seriously before, but it's just... It's on a completely different level, these last streams in particular.
Not enough mana.
Where is this waypoint hiding? Maybe take it one stream at a time and see how it goes. Yeah, definitely. The palace cellar would likely be in the next zone over, I could imagine. So let's go there. Today it started slowly and it was silent, but turned out being lovely. Yeah. So yesterday's stream was... Yeah, what do I need to do in town? Oh, right, yes. It's the place under town, or under the palace. Yes, sorry. Now I get you.
Hello. When I
Okay. Let's see. The palace cellar. So, I'm thinking that I will likely finish this quest here, and then it would have been fun watching you run around until the stream ended, but that's just evil. Yeah. It's gonna be the final quest for today, I think, today's stream. But stick around because I do also raid other smaller streamers as well to help support them and send my viewers their way. Yeah, maybe somehow you will end up on another stream that you will enjoy. And if not, well, it means a lot to 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 smaller streamers, including myself, when there is an additional viewer sitting by, even lurking. That's fine. So yeah, but of course, don't feel pressured. If you feel like you don't really want to go to someone else's stream, that's also fine, completely. So
This
you
place
really do
actually
you.
distorts reality. Fascinating.
Teleport pad. There's so many teleporters. Am I particularly squishy with this character, by the way? I feel like I'm taking so much damage when I'm getting hit. I don't know if it's normal amount. Because to me it seems like a lot. But I'm also used to games like Path of Exile where you're typically a little more tanky, I would say. I've never seen a sorcerer use those portals. Yeah, I mean, true, I don't necessarily have to, but I also like savoring my mana. I also didn't remember what they were for. A lance is a spear, right? That's a polearm. Okay, oh god. Yeah, I'm hoping that I will get the insight soon, but let's see. It's all up to RNG. It will feel so much better on mana, yeah. I've heard so. And I hope it will be soon. Let's try to teleport up here. Mana shrines help a bit. Level up. Let's be careful. It's a very cool looking area, but there are so many tight platforms. It's not nice to walk through, other than aesthetically. I'm kind of going back to where I came from, so I guess it wasn't up there. Maybe here. Okay. There is here. Oh. There isn't. So I guess there just isn't anything this direction. Okay. I guess the mana cost isn't that bad. From using teleport. Got mana potions. And some healing potions, definitely. This zone is massive. A ring could maybe be good. Oh, you hurt a lot. You're not even rare or anything like that. I don't remember this place being so huge last time I ran through it. Okay, and this was also a big loop, it appears. Yeah. So let's try another one. Dungeons get bigger each difficulty, I see. Just hope it's 3 out of 4. Yes. Well, how much more till the end? Because I gotta take a call. I don't know, to be honest. But this will be the last quest I do today, I think. And then I'll find someone to raid. But don't stick around when you have to make a call. Work is ultimately way more important than I will ever be. Those potions, I'm struggling to pick them up. I'm using a lot of potions in this area. They're very, very painful. Oh, please, I want to click on the chest. There's a locked chest? No. That's a gem. Okay, we found what we looked for. Right? Find the true tomb of Talrasha. Yes, good, and the waypoint is right here. Nice. Yeah. So we will finish here for today. It's a particularly long stream, but it's been yet another amazing one. I cannot believe what has been happening these days. I really appreciate all of the support. Also Phoenix, welcome in as well, and congratulations on the sub. That's lovely stuff. And I will have to be a bit quick because we will have an ad break soon in like 3 minutes, and I want to at least find someone to raid before that ad break. But thank you guys for all of the support. It really means a lot. Um, I hope to see you all around, and yeah, just amazing stuff. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate it all. Um, to be doing stuff like this and to have people coming in and being supportive, talking, having fun, having conversation, all of that stuff is amazing. It's a truly unique feeling. But yeah, let's try to find someone to raid. Some of them are, some of the channels are a bit, they seem like reruns or something like that because they've been up for like plus 15 hours, which doesn't sound right. Let's see. Amazon unique only run. That does sound a bit interesting. Let's see.
Oh wow! Oh,
And they have a mic. Let's go there. Have fun in there. See you in their chat. And yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Unique only run. See you guys. Have fun. Have a great day, and enjoy yourselves. Thank you again for all of the support. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. I cannot believe that I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing, but it's all because of you guys. Okay, see you guys. Have fun. Enjoy.